A few months ago, I spent 30 days in LA and saw a side of the city that nobody shows you.
That's what happens here. Homeless people everywhere.
As many of you know, Los Angeles is one of the most famous cities in the world.
If you're meant to be here, it literally sharpens you up into a diamond, and I love it.
And it's well known for Hollywood, the movie industry, gorgeous beaches, and a luxurious lifestyle.
I don't think I've seen a Bugatti before. This is my first time I've actually seen a Bugatti.
It's quite expensive. It's actually quite similar to New York.
$50.
In this video, I want to share the two sides of LA and tell you the real truth about America's second most popular city.
I've been in America for over a month now, and most of the time while I was here was spent in New York. But I decided I can't leave America without experiencing the west coast of this country. So I called up my friends and we hopped on a 6-hour flight from Newark, New Jersey to LAX. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my experience exploring California, and I have somebody here, a special guest.
Hey guys.
Say hi to Sophie. And I also have Donald here.
Gang.
It's going to be a 6-hour flight. A 6-hour flight time is crazy because this is the first time I'm going to be flying 6 hours inside the same country. In Africa, flying from Nigeria to South Africa takes 6 hours, and that just shows you how big America is.
Bring it down. That's crazy. Wow. You have to go with 10, man.
But we're so excited for Los Angeles. We're showing Tayo America. And when Tayo came to America, he was like, oh my God, I've never been to America.
What do you call it?
America.
Oh my God.
No, to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. So in this video, I'm going to be saying LA, but people call it LA. But I'm not from there, so I can call it whatever. LA, whichever one, if you will pick it. We just landed in
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, and we're on our way to our house. On arrival in LA, one of the first things I noticed was that it was very different from New York. First of all, the roads were wider. Like most of the roads had like 6 to 7 lanes as compared to New York's 3 to 4 lanes in most places. Also, the houses were much more spread out when you compare it to New York, because New York has almost all the buildings in one tiny place. Another thing about LA is that it has just 4 million people living in it as compared to New York's over 9 million inhabitants.
The people here are quality. People here who have advanced their mind and their spirit and worked and developed themselves so that they can be of service.
One of the first things I had to do once I got to LA was to go to my hotel room. And this hotel room that I'm about to show you cost me $300 a night. LA is expensive, very expensive. How expensive is it to live here?
It's quite expensive. It's actually quite similar to New York. Yeah, like it's expensive. Right now, I think like making 6 figures sometimes won't cut it. If you have a family, it won't cut it.
These places are four plus, 4 million.
4 million?
Yeah.
So from the price of this room at $300, it can already give you an idea of how expensive LA is. Because that means if you're staying here for 3 days, you're spending almost $1,000 for 3 nights. You live in LA, right?
I live in LA, yeah.
What's it like for you living in LA?
LA is pretty dope because I'm a content creator, so content creators all around, different events. It's a good vibe, good weather. If you want the beach, you get the beach. Better than New York, yeah. I like slow pace. It reminds me, this place reminds me of Abuja. Like you said, it reminds me of Abuja, it's slow pace.
Currently at Rodeo Drive, which is behind me, and this is where a lot of people come to see all those nice cars that are coming from Beverly Hills. Check out what is behind me. This is a Bugatti Chiron. I don't think I've seen a Bugatti before. This is my first time I've actually seen a Bugatti, and it's just parked right in front of this hotel here. And on this side is a Lamborghini Urus. This is normal, but this, you don't see this every day. Everything around here is super expensive, man. There's a Van Cleef store which sells the bracelet that's like $4,500 just behind me there. On arrival in LA, one of the things I've always wanted to see were the palm trees. California has so many of all these palm trees, especially in LA. Look at this tree above me. There are trees on the streets as compared to New York that has 0 trees.
Trees are necessary for the world.
Hi. These trees are called the Mexican fan palms, and they were all imported in 1930. They became popular because they symbolize paradise. The whole idea behind the trees was to give LA a more exotic feel, which it actually does.
This right here, someone put that there.
Oh, it wasn't
Everything was put.
It wasn't just. It didn't just come up by
It was.
itself.
See the spacing? They spaced it right. In 2 years, this whole thing will have these. It's all architected.
While moving around in LA, I saw a lot of Mexicans.
So here we have some of our favorite Mexican workers. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, señores.
I don't really know how to speak Mexican.
Apparently, there are over 1.2 million Los Angeles residents who self-identify as of Mexican origin, and they make up 1/3 of the population in the city. And this is due to LA's location as being closer to the border than a lot of other countries in the United States.
We are outside, currently walking LA streets for the first time, and my first impression, this place there's parts of it that is smell like urine. I just smelled urine and I saw dirty on the floor. That's what happens here. Homeless people everywhere. How does it smell? Do you like the smell?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Tell the truth. Let them know. Talk the truth.
This is actually very bad. Look at what we're seeing right now.
Apparently, California has the highest level of homelessness in the whole of United States, with over 160,000 people experiencing homelessness. Even in front of my hotel, there were some people who were living in tents there. And I was like, is this summer camp? What's happening? But yeah, that's where they were living. And throughout the time I was there, you keep seeing the same people living in the same tents, and they have all their belongings inside that very small tent. And it wasn't a nice sight to see.
How many places in Africa do you see that there's high level of homelessness?
Right.
There's very few.
Because I feel like in Africa, you can always have a place to stay.
Yeah. But here, if you don't have money, nothing for you. Yeah. If I don't have money today like this, I will sleep. I have to sleep on the street. Nobody's going to give me anything.
So I think this is a cue for you guys to subscribe to the channel if you want me to travel across more countries in America. So you guys can watch my videos and you can stay tuned with all the content I'm going to make.
I'm currently at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This place is very famous for having all the stars on the ground, and these are all the names of like so many popular celebrities that we watch on the internet.
On getting there, I think I was kind of like, what's that word? I was disappointed.
Right here is the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There is a homeless person.
Hollywood Walk of Fame has been a place that you see so many pictures of. It looks like this fancy place. When I got there were homeless people there, there were people begging for food. So if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely go check it out. But it didn't live up to the hype, basically.
The West and America is just, it's always like promoted like this place where it's like this land filled with milk and honey. Yeah. Oh, it's not milk, it's not milk.
One of the reasons I believe is behind this is due to the high cost of rent. Like I said earlier, to rent an apartment here costs around $2,000. All the apartments are super expensive. Also, most of the payments are made monthly. So if you lose your job today, you have a lot of payments that are coming the next month that you have to make. When you can't make up that payment, then it becomes a big problem, and then you can't pay that money. And then you can be out on the streets.
We actually have enough housing for all of the homeless people in LA. But the main issue is that there are requirements once you get into that housing. For instance, violence, drug abuse, all of those things cannot be happening. So there is not actually the education and the institutional system to guide and teach these people and break the chains in their mind so they can even use the housing, let alone maintain it, let alone get on their own feet.
The interesting thing about Los Angeles is that it doesn't have as many subway stations as New York. So you either have to rent a car or you walk. And if you're walking, it's very far. Most of the blocks here are way bigger than the ones in New York. Guys, we came to this spot to rent a vehicle because one of the best ways to get around Los Angeles is with a vehicle. If not, you're going to be paying a whole shitload of money for Uber. To get a car for 6 days, like $380. Like let's just say 400.
Spent about $200 on Uber today already, so it's worth it.
This is the car. Right here. We're going to drive into the most dangerous part of Los Angeles, and that was Sophie's idea.
Before coming here, I'd seen so much footage online about Skid Row that people there are like zombies and then people there just constantly use drugs. But I never believed it until I got down here. And trust me, I'm somebody who has been to multiple countries across the world. I'm been in multiple risky situations, so I don't really get scared easily. But while I was here, I was really scared. It was really, really bad. And just from the car, I could see so many people on the sidewalks. Some people using drugs. There were so many tents there, left and right. And there were people who were just like slouching over like they were zombies. And I'm like, wow. Skid Row is one of the most dangerous places in downtown LA to visit in America because there's a high probability you might get mugged or you might get robbed. So I would advise you don't go to Skid Row. Every day, at least 5 people in Skid Row die. And during the pandemic, over 1,500 people died due to multiple reasons.
So guys, that's Skid Row, man. It's very sad seeing people just wasting away. I've never seen anything like this before anywhere in the world. This can happen in Africa. It doesn't happen in Africa. We have homeless people, but it don't happen like this.
My plan with this video is not to shit on LA. So let's get to the good parts, the parts you see on TV.
After a long day exploring LA, I came to the farmer's market to come and grab something to eat because I'm super freaking hungry.
Good to push you.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Finally, I decided to get some Chinese. When it comes to like eating outside, it's one of the freshest and also cheapest foods to get if you're outside eating. The Chinese man was nice enough to give me a fortune cookie. So let's break it down and see what's inside. If you go fishing, your catch will be plentiful. We're looking for a parking space, and to just give you guys an idea of how expensive it is to do anything in America, the parking lot was charging us $50.
50,000 naira to park a car.
Only we're gonna that much.
That's America for you.
$50.
Everything in America is just designed to take your money. Guys, it's so interesting that of all the days to come to the beach, I took the day that has a high chance of a hurricane. As you can see here, you guys can see it.
Welcome to Santa Monica, Venice Beach, my hood.
Let's try out some of the cool spots here. This is what the food tastes like.
Best food in LA, Mexican food, and this is good.
So I want to try out the taco. It's dope. Wow, there's so many cars here and so many people. I didn't expect that there would be this amount of people here. It's beautiful though. The weather is really nice. Getting on the West Coaster, and I'm also trying the Pacific Wheel so I can get the view of the ocean.
How many times do you do this?
Straps.
Oh, okay, strap. Interestingly, they don't allow us to carry our cameras inside, so we'll see what happens.
Like, I can fly out.
You have to fly out, you're holding the stuff.
I don't know.
Guys, that was so dope, man. That was so interesting.
Finally headed to the beach. Let's go jump into the water. California water.
Your tiny hand in mine. You're 5 feet off the ground. You rest on my shoulder. The stars convey the light. So fragile in this moment, forever be. Forever.
Next up is Venice Beach. Venice Beach is kind of like an artist beach.
Finally at Venice Beach. Venice Beach is kind of like different from Santa Monica because this one has more of a chilled hobo vibe. Muscle Beach behind me. Beverly Hills. This is where all the rich and famous people live. Just behind this hedge here. You can't see the houses, but because of their privacy. But there's a sign here, and it's so cool to be here to see it. Hopefully, maybe we'll get to enter one of the houses. Kim Kardashian's house. It's a place where there are like telescopes and a lot of like science experimental stuff that you can check out. And it's at the top of a hill at 14,000 feet. Currently made it to the Hollywood sign, which is somewhere here. It's so interesting how a story is what sells. This sign was put up by a real estate company so many years ago, and they decided to just leave it here because a lot of people were like very mesmerized by it, and then it became like a tourist attraction. Something that was made for marketing became something that a lot of people spend how many thousands of dollars to just come and see and experience and take a picture of it. And I think that's the power of storytelling. Also, this is one of the free activities you can do if you're ever coming to LA. You don't pay any money for it. We just drove here with an Uber. I actually just arrived here and suddenly I just saw that my face is on a picture. Somebody just came and gave me this picture. I think they took a picture of me while I was standing. So interesting. Hollywood!
While I was here also, I wanted to connect more with the community. And one of the activities that we ended up doing was playing tennis.
Yo, man, we in LA. What we do, we came to play tennis every day. I don't care what your father say. Hey, pass.
The LA energy. I'm getting some points at least. And I'm playing with a pro. and this is my first time. What are you guys doing?
We're filming inspiration.
Yeah.
Those people who say they don't like LA, it's hard for me to really like understand you, because what will you like in this life? If you go through all the different parts of LA and you don't like anything, Koreatown, downtown, Beverly Hills, Malibu, that you can get any, there's mountains. We have big mountains. We have mountain range. This is California. We're our own country.
Wow. Check out the whole ocean is just on this side. Beautiful. What's one thing you love the most about California and about LA that you live in? You've been living here for the past 8 years.
Because the weather don't change now. It doesn't change at all. You get in San Diego 75 degrees consistently. Here you'll get like 80 degrees in the summer. Northern California, it gets kind of switchy in Silicon Valley, but it's full of nature. Yeah.
Full of nature.
Full of nature. We love it.
So what are my final thoughts on LA? Even though I enjoyed myself while I was there, I still couldn't get past the high level of homelessness I saw on the streets. America always sells itself as one of the most advanced countries, if not the most advanced country in the world. I would have believed that they would have found a system to make sure that people don't fall into homelessness, that they won't have so many homeless people on the street. Because I don't think I've been anywhere in Africa where I've seen the high level of homelessness that I saw in America. And with the amount of rich people in America and in California, I would have assumed they would find a solution to this high level of homelessness. But I guess I was wrong. And I think this also just kind of like dispels the fact that America is perfect. I think nowhere is perfect. Everywhere has their bad sides and their good sides, the same way Africa has its bad sides and its good side. Everybody, every country has problems. I think the only place you won't see problems or you won't see the bad side is heaven. LA is amazing though. I loved experiencing the vibe, the culture, the people, and I can't wait to come back.
Then why does everybody want to come here?
Because it's a city of dreams, man. You can come here, drive down here, live in your car, become a waiter, and someone would be like, you should model, come to my movie and model my movie, and you made it out there.
Woo!
So it's a land of opportunities, literally.
Land of opportunities.
Yeah.
Land of opportunities.
LA is a very powerful place. The land, there's power in the land, right? To live here is not really a joke. It's a formative process. It's an evolution. And if you're meant to be here, it literally sharpens you up into a diamond, and I love it.
I had plenty of fun while I was here, and I got to experience the west coast of America. And I appreciate all of you guys for following me along on this journey. That's all I have to share with you guys today. Hope you learned something from this video. If you love this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Question is, Tayo, I know, are you gonna stay in America?